The mayor of Linden, New Jersey, is going to join us now. He's Derek Armstead and is with us in Linden. Mayor Armstead, an extraordinary morning on the streets of your town. You must be elated.
Well, we're pretty shocked, to be honest with you. We're just happy that none of our police officers are seriously injured. We're happy that all of them are going to be okay. And we're happy that the suspect has been apprehended.
As we all are, so thankful for that. And here's the suspect they've taken down. Mr. Mayor, you were speaking a short time ago, and we were listening on our air, and thank you for that, about this local resident or businessman who witnessed this man apparently sleeping in a door front. Could you tell me a little more about that, as far as you know it?
Well, apparently he was sleeping in the doorstep at one of the local establishments, a place called that we know as Murdy's in town.
Is that a restaurant, bar, or something?
What occurred was, it was a bar. What occurred was a call was made. One of our police officers went to investigate, and our police officer noticed almost immediately that this was the suspect that was being wanted for the bombings. So what occurred at that point was he was immediately shot, and our officer returned fire. And this individual proceeded to go westward on
So he
Elizabeth
got up
Avenue,
after being shot.
He began he began indiscriminately firing at other vehicles, and he did strike another police officer, and that officer was injured from shrapnel of some sort. A third officer had high blood pressure, and he's being evaluated as well. His blood pressure shot up, so he's being evaluated as well.
Know anything about what kind of weapon he might have been carrying, or what his demeanor was, if it's been described to you as he left that area and went westbound, as you mentioned?
Well, I can't say what his demeanor was. I wasn't there, but I do know he was shooting pretty much indiscriminately. Perhaps he was trying to commandeer a vehicle. I'm not sure what he was hoping to accomplish.
Trying to get away.
I do know there were several rounds. Fired, and again, we're just thankful that no one was seriously injured. None of our police officers or none of our citizens here in town.
Mr. Mayor, I don't know about you, but as a longtime New Yorker, hearing these, if you see something, say something, and report it immediately warnings, has always been something that I felt like we should all take personal responsibility in doing. Just by way of example, this morning on the subway coming from down in Greenwich Village up to Midtown where I work, you're looking around like, do I see this guy anywhere? And it appears that's exactly what a citizen of your community did, and may have saved who the hell knows what.
Well, I think the owner of the establishment really had no idea who he was. He just thought this was a vagrant who perhaps was sleeping in the hallway of his establishment. Again, it was our police officer who I think realized immediately when he woke the individual that this was the suspect wanted in the bombings.
Do you know who that police officer is? And has he been, I understand that he was wounded, though superficially, thankfully, and from your reporting he's going to be okay. But do you know specifically who he is and whether he's recounted these details?
Yes, he's okay. His name is Officer Angel Padilla. He's okay. The other officer involved is Officer Hammer, and the officer with the high blood pressure was Officer Kahana. So, but all the officers are apparently going to be okay. And again, we're very thankful here in Linden that none of our officers are seriously injured, and that no civilians are hurt, and that the suspect has been apprehended.
Mr. Mayor, do you have any knowledge, we know that he had been, according to the authorities, living in nearby Elizabeth, New Jersey. Do you have any knowledge, have you had any discussion with anyone who said, yeah, I've seen that guy around here, or we knew something about him, or to your particular community, was he a stranger, for lack of a better word?
He was a complete stranger to us, probably totally off the radar, as are more and more individuals who engage in this type of behavior. Most of them are just totally off the radar. But again, if you see something, say something. It should be the order of the day for all of our citizens. If you see anything or suspect anything, the best thing you could do is to let somebody know.
That's the mayor of Linden, New Jersey, joining us, Derek Armstrong. Mr. Mayor, Armstead, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much.
Armstead. Yes.
I appreciate it, and all the best to your officers, and many thanks from all of us who live here in the tri-state. So